Today, we're going to be talking about quantum survival and security in crypto. ApeBond is teaming up with qLABS to explore quantum resistant security across the ecosystem. Let's give a quick intro to quantum computers. How does that work in a nutshell?
Someone compared these computers, when we switch from candles to electricity. You cannot say that a light bulb is just a better candle, right? It works completely differently, but with the same goal to illuminate the space. So the same can be seen the jump from normal computers to quantum computers. Just the difference is maybe they will be used in some specific cases in research, in fintech, and people will come up with more cases. We don't need it for everyday usage, but there are a lot of opportunities with this for humanity. Faster drug discovery, faster scientific experiments that are too difficult to calculate right now. Also, various innovations, also when it comes to security, and we're going to have that. First, it was in the theoretical realm, like AI. For many years, people were writing about that, but we didn't have applications. And then out of a sudden, everyone is using some AI applications every day. So the same is going to be with quantum computers. And we're now at this stage where it's not a theoretical problem anymore. It's well understood how it works. And it's also not a problem to translate it to production. And the timelines are maybe 2028, maybe even earlier. We're going to have these computers like everyone had the light bulb at some point. And when it comes to crypto, the problem is that, yes, they're very fast. They can do certain calculations very, very fast. And part of the cryptography, part of the algorithm that we use with all major chains is actually, unfortunately, based on the type of cryptography that can be cracked by quantum computers. And what exactly is going to happen if we continue like that is that from your public key, the quantum computers will be able to derive a private key of your wallet and then just access your wallet and send your funds out. And that's a very big threat, is that existential threat for crypto, and we don't want this to happen. And we know that with decentralized technologies like in crypto, it takes years to transition, to change anything in the source code. So it's a long process, and we believe it's time to think about how this whole 3 trillion worth of industry can survive and can transition to a safe environment.
Love it, love it, love it. Quantum computers can change that. And you briefly mentioned a year there that you said 2028. Is that when you think that all the crypto ecosystem would be vulnerable to this new computer processing? And what can you guys do to protect this?
If you ask 10 experts, they will all come back with very different timelines. But what we know is that, for example, the US government is asking all of their agencies to migrate in the years between 2030 and 35. And now recently G7, group of most powerful countries in the world, came up with directions for the fintech sector to start migration as soon as possible, and then also to finalize it in early 30s. So the belief is that these computers are going to be around rather soon, given the time that we need to coordinate updating all the systems that we have. But just the centralized systems are easier to upgrade. But the issue is that for technology providers, centralized technology providers, it's going to be, a CTO, a team of engineers opening the systems that they have, installing the upgrades, and then running them. And in crypto, however, if you want to change anything to Ethereum, to Bitcoin, you have to get all the validators on board. The community has to vote. And so it's a long process. For Ethereum, it took, 5 years or more to upgrade to proof of stake, right? So it's nothing that can be done by a single actor. And that's, we believe in decentralized technology, so we think it's good. But in these cases, it's much slower. And what can be done? So with qLABS, we're launching a token tomorrow, which is native on Hyperliquid. It's going to have quantum resistance feature in itself. So you will know holding that token in a specific wallet that it's never going to be susceptible to a quantum attack. So it has the value in itself. But beyond that, it's actually an entry to the ecosystem of quantum resistant tools, starting with the most important one, we believe, quantum SIG wallet technology. So we are releasing by the end of Q1 wallet tech that can be integrated with other wallets, that can also be used as a standalone product, where you'll be able to hold any ERC20 asset in a quantum safe way. So that's already the first step. Now, is everyone going to use that wallet technology? No, the next step is actually to help the chains upgrade and migrate to a quantum safe environment. And the technology behind that is all the same. It's developed by 01 Quantum, Canadian publicly listed enterprise-grade cybersecurity company, and they already operate quantum safe applications in Web 2.
One question that I have is why hyperliquid and why now?
So why now? I think we covered that. The threat is imminent, can be within next 12, 24 months. We actually don't know. And we are the first quantum resistant token on an existing chain because we have technology to unite that. And what I also really believe in is the first, as far as I know, provider that is offering you quantum safety for so many different assets so soon. That's a first. Now, why Hyperliquid? We have historically relationship with the community because our president of qLABS Foundation, Tony G, has been early stage investor in Hyperliquid. And I must say, after I discovered this ecosystem and met a lot of people, I'm very amazed by the work they're doing, by the vision, and by the philosophy and ethics of the team. It's very rare to see something like that in crypto, a team of 11 people operating this, I think it's number 10 chain in the world, really, really focusing on just building the tech. That's impressive.
Indeed. Yeah, it's impressive. So I was just wondering, as a user perspective, does going quantum resistant with you mean more friction, more complexity?
Quite often there is this trade-off, security and self-custody, right? But with qLABS, the product that we envision is compatible with your existing wallet, works like a wallet extension. So you continue on using your non-custodial wallet, and then you get added an extra layer of security. So you have an extra pair of keys, and in order to sign the transaction, this additional signature has to also be done instead of using just the standard one. And that second layer, it's not hackable. So that's in a nutshell the experience that you as a user are adding knowingly this extra layer of security. And also it's important to know that you're going to be able to turn it on and off. And if you want to do a lot of small transactions, for example, this quantum safety protocols, like we call it QFA, quantum factor authentication.
Yeah. I think, you guys are bringing a lot of innovation here, and thank you for all the insights. It's been amazing to listen to you taking the time for this.
Thank you for having me here, and we're gonna make this happen, I'm very sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.